Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. I'm Steven. I've been building smart contracts and crypto trading bots for over 5 years now. Today, I want to walk you through my personal strategy that I've been using to earn Ethereum consistently over the past few weeks. On average, I've been making anywhere from 2 to 4 Ethereum per day using an AI-powered trading bot. This bot handles arbitrage for me. Basically, it buys Ethereum when the price is low and sells it when it's higher. Everything runs automatically through a smart contract, and it's connected to a ChatGPT plugin that helps execute the trades. Lately, I've been using this AI-powered bot based on ChatGPT that handles my arbitrage trades for me. Basically, it buys Ethereum at lower prices and sells it at higher ones automatically. Now, yeah, it does run on some pretty advanced stuff under the hood, but here's the cool part. You don't need any trading experience or coding skills to use it. It's super beginner friendly. Before we jump into the details though, quick heads up, the crypto world is full of scams. Always be careful with your money. Don't send funds to wallets you don't trust, and definitely stay away from shady-looking exchanges. Protect yourself. All right, with that out of the way, let's get into it. The bot uses something called a sandwich transaction strategy. It's a kind of front-running trick. Basically, it watches the mempool, which is like a public waiting room where all unconfirmed blockchain transactions hang out before they're added to the blockchain. The bot is constantly scanning that mempool in real time, looking for trades that could make it some money. Now, when it spots a big trade, usually a swap on a DEX, one that could shift the market price, it jumps into action and submits 2 transactions of its own. First, it places one right before the big trade. That's the front run transaction. Then it drops another one right after called the back run. The front run takes advantage of the current price before it moves, and the back run cashes in after the price has changed, thanks to that big trade in the middle. To make sure its transactions go through first, the bot sets a higher gas fee, basically tipping the validators or miners to give its trades priority. That way, the bot can control the order of the trades, create a price difference, and pocket the profit in between. You just want to make it super clear. You don't need any coding skills for this. None. Thanks to ChatGPT, all the tech stuff is pretty much handled for you, so you're not going to be stuck messing around with code. All right, let's break it all down and get started. But real quick, before we dive in, you will need to have the MetaMask wallet extension installed. It looks like this. That's going to be necessary to complete everything we're doing here. Don't worry, you'll see exactly why later on in the video. I'll drop the official link to the MetaMask extension in the first pinned comment below, so it's easy to find. Also, the GitHub link I'm showing on screen right now, that's where the smart contract code behind the AI bot is going to be posted. It's open source, so you can check it out yourself. And yeah, I'll also leave that link down below in the comments with everything else. One last thing I gotta say, just to follow YouTube's rules. This video is for entertainment purposes only. I'm not giving financial advice or telling anyone what to do. I'm just sharing my own experience. So I just grabbed the code from GitHub and headed over to remixethereum.org, which is basically an online IDE for writing and compiling smart contracts on the Ethereum network. Once you're on Remix, go ahead and create a new file. You can name it whatever you want. I'll call mine bot.sol just to keep things simple. Then just paste the open source bot code. You'll find it in the video description right into the file. Now, quick tip, it's always a good idea to read through the code yourself. That way you know exactly what it's doing. It's better for transparency and security. You can also scroll up in Remix to check out the user guide if you're new to this. It gives you a quick breakdown of how everything works step by step. All right, let's move over to the Solidity compiler tab. In the settings, I'm going to select Solidity version 0.8.4. That's important because if you look at the code, it's actually specified right at the top. Once that's set, go ahead and compile the bot. All right, now we're in the environment settings, and I'm going to go ahead and choose injected provider MetaMask. That's exactly why I mentioned earlier, you need to have the MetaMask browser extension installed and set up for this to work. So I've already got a wallet connected through MetaMask, and just a heads up, you'll need at least 0.1 Ethereum in there to cover the deployment. Make sure your wallet is funded before you try this. Next, let's deploy the contract. I'm just hitting deploy in Remix, and boom, MetaMask pops up asking me to confirm the transaction. Now, gas fees are kind of high today, but honestly, I'm not too worried about it. I'll recover all of it pretty quickly anyway, usually within a couple of hours. For the transaction speed, I picked aggressive just so we're not sitting around waiting forever. All right, next up, you'll see this loading icon down at the bottom of Remix. That's your signal the contract is being deployed. When you get a message confirming it's done, go ahead and click on it, then copy the transaction hash. After that, jump over to etherscan.io and paste that transaction hash into the search bar. This is how you double check that everything went through okay. If the transaction status says success, that means your bot is officially deployed and ready to go. Now let's head over to the deployed contracts section right here and open it up. This is where you get full control over your smart contract. And remember, once it's deployed, only you have access to these controls. From here, you can see all the details about your bot, like its trading balance, and you can interact with the contract's functions directly. All right, so next up, I'm opening my MetaMask wallet and sending the amount of Ethereum I want to use today to the smart contract I just deployed. What's cool about this is that the smart contract is the only thing I'll be dealing with during the whole process. For this example, I'm sending 0.3 Ethereum, setting the gas fee to aggressive, and then confirming the transaction. Now let's wait a bit. Awesome, transactions confirmed. Now let's jump over to Etherscan and check out the smart contract status. Just refresh the page and you'll see the bot has received the exact amount of Ethereum for trading. The rest of the balance stays safe and sound in my wallet. All right, before we let the bot run on its own for a bit, there's one last thing to do. You can actually see your updated balance right here in Remix. Now I need to run the start native script to kick off my trading session with the bot. Honestly, it's super quick and easy, no hassle at all. Just choose aggressive for the transaction and I'm good to go. Once I hit confirm, the transaction gets submitted and boom, my trading session is live. Now we'll give the bot some time to do its thing. I'll check back in 3 hours and then again in 24 hours to see how much profit it's made. I'm going to stop recording now and come back after 3 hours to share the results. All right, it's been a few hours, so let's check out the results. I'm refreshing the page now, and wow, I've made 0.35 Ethereum just sitting back and letting it run. Not bad for only half a day of automated trading, right? I'm going to pause the screen recording here and come back in 24 hours to see how much more the bot can earn. Okay, we've hit the 24-hour mark. Time to see how the bot did. Refreshing the page, and there it is. I've made way more Ethereum overall. That's a pretty solid result, especially since it was all completely passive. So I'm wrapping it up for today. All right, this is the withdrawal part. Basically, we're pulling the funds out of the smart contract and back into our MetaMask wallet. All you gotta do is hit the withdrawal button and MetaMask will pop up with a transaction request. Here's our Ethereum ready to go. I picked the aggressive gas option so the transaction would confirm almost instantly. Now, all that's left is to chill and wait for the Ethereum to show up in the wallet. Usually it takes about 15 to 20 seconds to arrive, so let's hang tight for a moment. And yep, just like that, we're good. My Ethereum is safely in my wallet now. Like I said, it took about 15 to 20 seconds and everything went smoothly. To finish up, let's double check the smart contract balance. And just as expected, it's empty after the withdrawal. Right now, the bot's Ethereum balance is 0, which means the withdrawal worked perfectly. At the moment, my bot is totally free to use. I'm doing this to show you just how powerful it is and how much money you can actually make with it. But heads up, this free access won't last forever. After 1 month, the free version will be turned off. Your API key won't work anymore and you won't be able to set up the bot contract after that. All right, thanks a lot for watching. I really hope this video gave you some useful tips and helped you learn something new. All the files and info you need to get started are in the first pinned comment on YouTube.